I'll tell you how I look at tails. So see, what is happening here is, this is the tail that we had yesterday, okay, and this is where we close. So obviously lots of sellers were trapped. Now tails, what are those? Those are rejection areas, and that's it. All right, a rejection area in itself has nothing specific about it. It's just a rejection area. What it means, traders were not really interested in trading in this zone. Okay, so where is the rejection area? It starts from this low to this point. Single prints and gap are one and the same thing. So this whole area, traders were not interested in trading. Yesterday also we did not come into this area until very close. This does not count. But today we trade in this area. What does that tell you? Like the area where no one was ready to trade yesterday, today there is a lot of interest. What it means is that this area, which was a rejection area, where the prices were rejected to the downside, no one traded here, they traded here, but not in this area. Now we are trading in this area. What it tells me is that this rejection is no longer valid. Once I know this information, then things start getting interesting. Now what is happening? You open inside that rejection area, this tail, you try to go down inside this lower value area. What is going to happen when you try to get into this lower balance? As I said, all the sellers that are trapped here, they will try to buy and get out of their position, push the markets higher. That means this rejection area is not going to hold. Otherwise, what would have happened? You would have gone lower. Instead of getting out of or not able to get inside this area, you would have gone lower. That did not happen. It means buyers are defending. Okay, you are expected, you assess the market and it is working in your favor. Now it is going higher. What is the next target for it? It is likely to completely trade through this rejection area. So whenever you have big single prints or tails, I say if you go inside it, it is a very high likelihood that you will go to the other end, and that too very, very quickly. So here it happens in just a period, very quickly. Why? Because now once you know that this rejection is not holding, the rejection is here, same rejection here also is same. So if it can trade here, it can trade here also, and it does. So now that rejection is repaired, what is the next reference you will be looking at is whether the market allows you to trade in this upper distribution, or whether we make another attempt to go into the lower distribution. Did we not make another attempt to go into lower distribution? You can see. So as soon as you see that this rejection is not holding, we quickly went higher, tried to get into this distribution in a period, got rejected, came down, never even went close to the a period low. That tells me that buyers are not letting the prices go down, that there is absolutely no way we are going to enter this distribution easily, because trapped sellers here again came in and they bought, and this time they did not even wait for the low to be taken out. They started buying above that only. That is a good sign. And now again, where are we stalling? Again trying to re-enter this zone. Once we are allowed entry, what will happen? We will tag this H1, we will probably go to the other end and now challenge this rejection. So this is what. So I'll merge this and you will see exactly what I'm trying to say here. If you look at the Peter Stadelmeyer's 4 steps of market development, what it talks about: balance is followed by imbalance, is followed by balance, is followed by imbalance, is followed by balance. What is this? Balance. What is this? Imbalance. Balance, imbalance, balance. Now you have another imbalance, but in the opposite direction. Where it is likely to go? We have covered this imbalance. Now we are probably balancing here. Why? Because this is an inefficiency. Market was not efficient here, not trading enough, not spending time, not attaching volume. We are doing that today. Once this is done, then between this inefficiency and this inefficiency, what lies? This area of efficient business, or HVN, where a lot of traders have accumulated their positions. What is going to happen if you try to go inside that or above that? Anyone who has bought here, right, and market went lower, so they will try to get out of their position. Anyone who has sold here and they saw some profit, market going the same level again, they have that memory that this reference, after this reference market went lower, so they will sell again. Retail traders are observing these HVNs and all those references, they will sell. But if nothing can stop the market, where is the market going again? In this inefficiency, in this imbalance. And then again what? Another balance, another HVN. This cycle will keep continuing. This will keep continuing. This will keep happening all the time. You just have to trust that these core principles, They are so strong, and they have such power in helping you understand what the market is doing, that it's phenomenal. It's unbelievable.